Something's happening in Fernie's real estate market that we haven't seen in years. Sales are spiking, prices, they're still climbing, but listings, they are quietly stacking up. Is this the calm before the storm or the start of a major shift? Let's break down the numbers before this window of opportunity closes. If you're buying or selling anywhere in Fernie right now, timing matters more than ever. Today I'm going to break down the latest October data from the Association of Interior Realtors so that you can see exactly what's shifting behind and beneath the surface of this mountain town market heading into winter 2025. Let's start with the official numbers. Straight from your board's October release, single-family homes, there were 10 sales in Fernie. That's up 25% compared to last year. The benchmark price hit $1,079,600,000. Holy cow, over $1 million, up 3.3% year over year. Fernie's detached homes continue to command a premium, nearly double the regional average. Townhomes, only one sale, steady from last year, but the benchmark price climbed up to $642,700. This is an increase of 11.9%. That's one of the largest townhouse price jumps anywhere in the Kootenays, and a clear reflection of Fernie's ultra-tight attached home supply. Condos. There were 4 sales, up a staggering 300% from a year ago. Prices held basically flat at $534,900, down just 0.1%. That's a meaningful recovery in volume, proof that buyers are stepping back into Fernie's entry-level and recreational condo market. Fernie Rural, there were 2 sales, both small volume, averaging $392,400, down 20.6%. That drop looks dramatic on paper, but with so few sales, a single property can skew the average. Now zooming out across the Kootenay region overall, total residential sales was 300 units, and that's up 33.9% year over year. I think the Kootenays are a hot market. Benchmark pricing. Single-family homes in the Kootenays average about $635,800. That's up 5%. Townhomes, $522,100. That's plus 8.3%. And condos at $314,600. That's a decrease of about 3.8%. New listings. There's 362 new listings in the Kootenays overall, and that is up 9.4%. Active listings, 1,602. That's up 1.9%. And days to sell. Detached homes, 72 days. That's quicker than it was last year by 6.8%. Townhomes are 108 days, and that's an increase actually of about just shy of 30%. So it's taking longer, about 30 days longer to sell. And condos 93 days, and that's about 95% up. So about twice as much. What that tells us, activity is up, prices are stable to rising, and the pace is slowing, which is exactly what a balanced market should look like. So here's how to read this. In Fernie, demand remains strong, especially considering interest rates and affordability challenges nationwide. Sales are up double digits, prices are still climbing, and condos are bouncing back hard after a quiet 2024. But the number of new listings has also grown, meaning supply is finally catching up. Homes are taking longer to sell, and while sellers are getting strong prices, the days of immediate multiple offer bidding wars are largely behind us, unless, of course, you list your home strategically and aggressively. In other words, Fernie is moving from a sprint to a steady jog. Still healthy, still appreciating, but much more balanced than this boom cycle of the last few years. The trend that really stands out this month is the spread between Fernie and the broader Kootenay region. Region-wide, the typical single-family home is priced around $635,800. In Fernie, that number is $1.08 million, almost 70% higher. That premium is fueled by Fernie's limited land base, resort town appeal, and a high share of recreational and second home ownership. However, premiums this large can only persist if the high-end buyer pool stays active. And that's where the interest rate shifts start to matter. As of November, rates are finally easing, but they're still much higher than the rock bottom levels that fueled Fernie's 2021-2022 surge. If borrowing costs stay elevated into 2026, even high-income buyers may start negotiating harder or delaying purchases. Now, you might be hearing from locals that the market feels slower, even though sales are technically up. That's because of what economists are calling a per capita recession. Local GDP hasn't fallen, but per person spending power has. In Fernie, that plays out as tighter budgets, more selective buyers, and a slightly longer sales cycle. Even with stronger tourism and lifestyle migration, affordability is stretching thin. Yet what's remarkable is that Fernie prices are still holding and even rising because supply is just that limited. Between topography, zoning restrictions, protected lands, there's only so much ground left to build on. That scarcity is what keeps Fernie stable, even as some of the bigger national markets cool. All right, now let's talk about let's talk about the interest rates, because they're the quiet driver in everything that we're seeing. The Bank of Canada cut its overnight rate to 2.25% on October the 29th, the lowest it's been in almost 3 years, and that's helping to unlock a bit of buyer confidence heading into the winter. Average retail rates right now, a 5-year fixed is around 3.79, 5-year variable about 3.45. Prime rate is roughly 4.45%. And this, folks, my parents bought their first house, yes, I'm going to say it, and it was 18.6%. It's like on a credit card. Could you imagine? And my first home, I bought it when it was 5.5%. My second home, I did a portable mortgage, pulled it over, and then added on a little bit more at 4.75. And I was quite happy back then. So these rates, you're spoiled. Let's get going. So still nearly 3/4 of Canadian mortgages will renew by the end of 2026. And many of those households will face higher monthly payments even after rate cuts. That could prompt a slow trickle of new listings, not panic selling, but enough to keep Fernie's inventory growing gradually. So what does this actually mean if you're buying in Fernie? Lock in your rate and hold now. Even if rates continue easing, securing a pre-approval gives you a negotiation edge. Target listings that have been on the market for 30 days or more, sellers there that have had it out there for a bit, are often more flexible on terms and price. Watch the condo market. Prices are stable, but volume surging, and it's one of those few value pockets left. Time your moves smartly. Winter can bring motivated sellers, and you'll face less competition than the spring rush. And above all, don't chase perfect timing. The right home at a sustainable payment always beats waiting for headlines and rates to align. Now for sellers, this is where precision matters. Fernie remains a premium market, but buyers are scrutinizing value more closely than ever. And that means you have to price it correctly from day one, within 2 to 3% of fair market value. No more shooting for the stars and waiting to see what happens just in case. No, that's not the right way to do this. You're going to be sitting on the market for over 100 days if you do that. Easy. And quite often have to drop your price a few times along the way, and then probably going to expire. Invest in top-tier marketing. Professional photos, drone footage, video, and floor plans are now essential. Expect a slighter, longer listing window. The average days to sell for detached homes across the region is 72 days, not the 20-day market we had a few years back. And if you were planning to list in the spring, consider testing the market earlier. With inventory so low, you'll face less competition throughout the winter. Looking ahead into early 2026, here's the key signals to track. Inventory direction. If listings rise faster than sales, we'll move deeper into balance. Price movement, back-to-back months of flat or negative pricing would confirm a shift. Interest rate trajectory, any pause or reversal from the Bank of Canada will directly shape buyer demand. Local economy, Fernie's tourism, energy sector, mining, and new construction activity will all influence sentiment. To sum it all up, Fernie's real estate market is not cooling off, it's normalizing. Sales are strong, prices are steady, and new supply is finally giving buyers a bit of breathing room. We're transitioning from a high-speed seller's market to a balanced, sustainable rhythm. No crash, no frenzy, no equilibrium, just equilibrium. And that's actually healthy. And if you price your house right, we will still see aggressive buyers come in on multiple offer situations, but your house has to be positioned properly to take advantage of those. The buyers are there, and they're sitting there waiting, and when the right one pops up for the right price, they are jumping all over it. If you know your numbers, your financing, and your strategy, you can win in this kind of market, whether or not you're buying or selling. My name is Craig Bell, and I'm here helping you figure out this wild and crazy ride known as a real estate game. In the Fernie market, my name is Craig Bell, and I'm here to help you navigate your purchase or your sell in this Fernie real estate market one data point at a time. If you found this helpful, smash that like, say hi, reach out, let's have a chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month in my next Fernie update, or you can check out some of these other ones that I've done for the towns around us. Thank you.